This is Rafi Guzon, and you are tuned in to Nothing But That Sports Talk. Welcome back to another episode of Nothing But That Sports Talk. I'm Rafi Guzon alongside Deb Whitcas, award-winning producer, and your producing journey actually continues. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So glad to be back.
Yeah, for real this time. Or at least hopefully have more time to come back this season because I've been told that you've been doing a lot of interesting production work lately. So
Yep.
what's you been up to these past several months from the last time you were on the show?
Sure. So I'm senior supervising producer for a show with Elizabeth Vargas. It's called ICrime. We're a syndicated show, so I've been busy producing basically 120 episodes. So we've got a big order coming out. I'm working on season 2, and season 2 is premiering September 11th. So we're excited for that. That's coming up, and it's a great show. So everybody should tune in for sure. And then of course, still doing sports on the side. Sports is my true passion. So been involved with that as well.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about like the whole struggles of being able to get that show up and running called iCrime, and what are some topics they talk about so far?
Sure. So, it's season 2 that, I was brought on to produce. Had a great start last year, looking to build ratings this year. We're, adding some drama and some stuff to the show. It's basically it's a clip show. It's a true crime clip show, and Elizabeth also interviews. Obviously, Elizabeth Vargas, one of the top journalists in the U.S., used to host 2020 with Barbara Walters, and she's known for that hard hitting news, and she's great. Elizabeth is fantastic. It's amazing to work with her. I'm learning so much from her. So yeah, it's a true crime clip show. We're the only true crime daytime show out there, and then Elizabeth has great interviews with people who are involved in the clips, involved in the actual crime, whether that be police or people, the victims. We have a lot of victim interviews this season, so it should be a great show.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know how we love crime shows. I mean, where can people actually watch the show, and where do they usually like do live tape-ins of it?
Sure. So I mean, we tape every 2 weeks. So it's not a live show, but we have we show about 5 or 6 different, no, actually 5 to 7 different true crime stories throughout the show. And the station actually differs throughout the U.S. So if you look up iCrime.tv, you'll be able to find what the show is, locally where your show when the show airs.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what happens because it should be exciting. Hopefully,
Yeah.
another trophy to your house along with
Right, I'm going for number 3. Yeah, and it's a process with production. We have a whole entire research department that researches each of the clips, and we have to be really in depth and be correct, because we're dealing with people's real lives here. So we don't want to make any mistakes. So we have a clip. We find all the clips. We have a clip department. We have a research department. Then we have writers that that write the segments, and someone who goes over with Elizabeth, and then Elizabeth does we film, and then Elizabeth does the interviews, and then we have an entire post department that edits everything together, and makes the show exciting, adds music and drama and all the bells and whistles. So that's kind of I know you had asked the kind of the process of everything, so that's kind of the process as well.
Yes, it's always a long process when you're trying to have a lot of involvement with these shows on television.
Yeah, it's way more of a process than people think it is. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of people. We have a staff of about 30 people that to get this show off the ground. So, and everybody works really hard.
Yes, hard work pays off. And it's that type of hard work while you're able to actually be a host of another show called Blitz with a certain New York Giants fan. You say it's Giants and the fans can't work together.
Apparently we can. I love Nikki. So Nikki Gist and Nikki covers the Giants. I cover the Eagles as well as the Chargers. And we're getting together, and we've got a new show coming out called The Blitz. We're very excited. We actually have our first we're doing a practice run next week on Wednesday. You guys won't be able to see that, but we're just going to practice for ourselves and kind of get a flow going, and then we go live on the 30th. So we're excited. You know, TSS Fantasy is where you can find us, and we'll be live every week at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, covering a little bit of everything. To be honest, you know, we're all 32 teams, and you know, our first show is going to be predictions. We're going to have news, we're going to have interviews, we're going to bring in special guests to kind of co-host with us, hopefully mostly female, because we want to kind of showcase all of the female sports, you know, journalists and women in sports in general. So we want to have those on the show. And yeah, it should be Nikki specializes in fantasy, so we're gonna have a little bit of fantasy, you know, talk going on there, and stories, and we're gonna have some fun segments too. So we'll leave that as a surprise, so you guys all have to tune in.
Yeah, can't wait to see how you guys blitz it up. I mean, because from what I've seen, Nikki is a hardcore Giants fan.
Yes.
So
And I'm a hardcore Eagles fan, so but I adore her. I think she likes me, so we'll make it work, and we'll make it good. So you definitely want to tune in to, you know, to get the best of NFL football.
yeah, and I know obviously we'll have a lot of football to talk about this season.
Yes.
Speaking of the Philadelphia Eagles, what is your state of the Philadelphia Eagles going into this season?
I'm excited for the season. I think we made some amazing off-season moves. Obviously, you know, with our draft with Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. You know, I think you know, majority of Georgia's team is now a Philadelphia Eagle. So I'm excited to see what the season brings. You know, I'm obviously hoping for another Super Bowl push. I think the guys, you know, deserve it and are working towards it. Jalen Hurts is at his best. You know, the preseason games, the preseason. You know, we lost the first one, tied the second one. Unfortunately, you know, a couple of the guys got hurt yesterday. We're praying for their speedy recovery for sure. You know, at least it wasn't too serious. We were a little worried on the field there, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I think the Eagles have one of the toughest, if not the toughest, schedule going into this season. But I think if they do well in the beginning of the season, they're set. I think their toughest stretch is going to be between week 11 and week 15. You know, week 11 at the Chiefs, week 12 versus the Bills, week 13 versus the 49ers, week 14 at Cowboys, and week 15 at Seahawks. I think if they can get through that stretch and win a couple of those games, we're gonna be golden. So yeah, I think week 11 through 15 is definitely going to be the challenge there. But I think they can win early, and I think it's going to be 12 losses.
You guys were defeated until you lost to the Commanders in mid to late November.
I know, but that was last season.
And you did lose to the Cowboys, and then you wouldn't lose again up until you faced the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So don't think that can't happen again this year. Jalen Hurts is a whole different level. As a quarterback, like seriously.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. You know, we didn't expect. I don't think any of the Eagles. As an Eagles fan, I expected them to win for this, come out having a winning record and being really good. But I don't think anyone expected them to be as good as they actually were. So, you know, we'll see. A little concerned about coaching. Some of our, you know, key coaches from last season left, but hopefully their replacements, you know, will work out well.
Yeah. But yeah, now on to some win-loss predictions for the Philadelphia Eagles as they open up the season against the New England Patriots on the road before their home opener against the Minnesota Vikings. Again, what happened last time? They smoked them. So yeah, as far as your Philadelphia Eagles, let's make our win-loss predictions. Starting with New England on the road. You think they win that one?
Yeah, I think we have that one. I think you know, we'll see what Zeke's bringing. He just signed with the Patriots. I just asked my boyfriend today. I was like, "What do you think? Are you excited that Zeke's there?" He's like, "I don't know. Let's see how he plays. He hasn't done well in the last couple seasons, but I think the team has high hopes for him." Mac Jones, let's see what he's got. Hasn't really performed in the last, definitely not last season. We'll see if Bill Belichick can bring it back. But I think the Eagles have that one.
Yeah, without question. Home against the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, we know your answer is going to be, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean Kirk Cousins, love him, but when is that game? Is that a Sunday or is that a Monday night game?
Monday night. No, it's a Thursday night football actually.
Thursday night. Okay, I thought it was a night. That's why. Thursday night. You know what? Kirk Cousins isn't good in night prime time. Let's be honest. He just doesn't perform well, and he's shown that over the years. Yeah, Eagles have that one.
Yeah. Okay. Week 3 on the road against the Tampa Bay Bucks. And that's a Monday night football game on September 25th.
And I mean, it's Bucks without Brady. It's the first time we're seeing Tom Brady not on a football field in years. Bucks. I think the Eagles have that one too.
Okay.
We're on 3. I'm confident, aren't I?
Yeah, 3-0. Watch the Commanders at home. I mean, I would not count out to watch the Commanders because they did beat you at home last year. So
yeah, but first of all, I mean, yeah, I agree. But I'm a big Terry McLaurin fan. I think Dobson's great. I think Brian Robinson Jr. is great. Taylor Heineke's now with the Falcons, but Sam Howell, I mean, they're saying some great things about him. So I wouldn't I wouldn't count out the Commanders. Also, Eric Bieniemy is now there. Originally, he was in Kansas City. I'm sorry, Kansas City. The new offensive coordinator. So I heard he's being a little tough on some players, and I think that's good. Ron Rivera, this has to be his season. Like he has to make a splash this season, or I think his job's on the line. So. Yeah, I mean Sam Howell. Everyone's saying some great things. He's got an arm. He can run. I wouldn't count the Commanders out on this one. I think the Eagles will beat the Commanders. I don't know if they're going to beat them when they meet them. The 2 times that they meet them, and I think the Commanders are going to be better than what people are saying.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Next up, the Los Angeles Rams on the road, October week 5.
Eagles. I will be at that game. I'm actually covering that game, so I'm actually flying back and forth for that game. We're supposed to be on the East Coast, flying home to LA just for that game, and then flying back out to the East Coast.
So it's 5. So is it a win or a loss?
Oh, win. I think the Eagles are going to destroy the Rams.
Okay.
I honestly think the Eagles will destroy the Rams more than they're going to destroy. I don't think they're going to destroy the Commanders. I think they'll destroy the Rams.
Yeah. Next up, week 6 against the one franchise that the Eagles have never lost to ever. Super Bowl, playoffs, regular season. They never lost to them. New York Jets, led by Aaron Rodgers, on the road, October 5th.
Hey.
6. Do you see that continuing?
What was that?
Do you see that trade continue with the Eagles defeating the Jets?
I think that's going to be a tough game. I think Aaron Rodgers is really going to bring that one because I think he's going to want to beat the Eagles. And I know you're a Jets fan.
I'm a Giants fan, actually.
What was that?
I'm a Giants fan, actually.
Oh, you are? I thought you were Jets. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's going to be the toughest in the first couple weeks. If they're going to lose one, it'll be that one.
Okay, fair enough. The Jets finally win a game against the Eagles. Let's see if that happens. Okay. Week 7 against the Miami Dolphins at home.
Miami Dolphins too. And actually about the Jets too. I love Sauce, by the way, too. I love so that's between Rodgers and Sauce. I'm a little concerned. Dolphins, they have the Dolphins.
Okay.
I think they need the first 11 weeks is where the first 10 weeks is really where they need to win.
Okay. At home against the Washington Commanders, on the road against the Washington Commanders on October 25th, week 8.
I just said that they were going to beat them the first time. And I'm not sure if they're going to beat them both times. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm going back on my word. I have to see how the team gels. I have to see the first actual game because preseason it's hard to preseason they're playing their third string quarterback, so they're not even playing, they're not even playing. Yeah. Um I'm gonna go Eagles win,
Okay.
even though I said something
At
different.
home against the Dallas, at home against the Dallas Cowboys, November 5th, week 9.
I have to say win with Dallas because I can't say they're gonna lose to Dallas.
Okay. Let's see. Week 10, they're on bye week. Week
Yep,
11,
bye. Yep.
week 11, they're on the road against Kansas City Chiefs. Super Bowl rematch. Right?
Exactly. Super Bowl rematch. This one's gonna
You
be
think you
tough.
can beat them this time on the road on Monday Night Football? Arrowhead Stadium?
I mean, I just got chills. I want them to win. I think it's going to be an amazing game, and I think it's really up. It's really up in the air. Just for the sake of the fact that I don't think they're going to win every single game, I'm going to say they might have a chance of losing this one.
Okay.
I can't wait to see if I'm right. We have to come. I have to come back on later during the season and see.
All right. Okay. Week 12, they face the Buffalo Bills at home.
Oh, such a good game. This one's a game for the fans. It's gonna be tough too. It's at home, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they're gonna win this one.
Okay. Week 13, December 3rd, against the San Francisco 49ers.
That one's at home too. And again, another tough win. For some reason, I feel like that's a loss. I think it's going to be tough to beat I think it's going to be tough to go Chiefs, Bills, 49ers. You know what I mean? Like that's rough. I think they're going to. I think they'll lose the 49ers game.
Okay, if you say so.
I think they're going to be tired, but they do have that bye week on the 10th, so maybe that'll
Okay.
give them.
On the road. Okay, on the road against the Cowboys on Sunday, December 10th.
I think they'll win that one.
Okay, week 15 on the road against the Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks, yeah. I mean, they played better than I thought they would last season. I think they have that one on lock.
Okay, week 16 against my New York Giants. Now this is where we go at it.
Right.
Well, I spoke to I spoke to Ryan Walker and this young lady named Tatiana Smallwood, who's associate producer for ESPN. She predicted the Eagles. She predicted the Eagles to your Eagles to beat the Giants that first meeting, and then the final week of the season, the Giants to win that time because the Eagles already had their spot clinched.
Right. I think I don't disagree with her.
If you watch my episode on YouTube, you understand.
Yeah, I don't disagree with her. I think I actually agree with her on that. I think that, yeah.
Week 16, you have the Eagles winning that one or losing?
I think I'll have them winning this one and then losing the last one. But and she's right with the it'll be playoff time by that point. So.
Okay, now week 17 against the Arizona Cardinals at home.
They got that one. Kyler Murray's.
Okay, so
I'm shocked they haven't traded him.
So let's see. So that puts your team at about 13-4.
Yep, I had 12-5 in my head, but 13-4 makes sense too.
So yeah, not bad. Let's see if you actually come right. The Eagles will probably be slightly worse, but just slightly. But obviously, you're going to be in the playoffs at the end of the season, unless you enter by New York.
Something has to go terribly wrong if we don't make the playoffs. Terribly wrong.
But I don't disagree with you. I think the Eagles should win those games as well. When you look at that, you're gonna have to sweat it out when you come to MetLife Stadium when you face Aaron Rodgers, and then in week 16 and at the final game of the season. Mm-hmm. Those games are gonna be tough.
What do you think about what are you most excited about with the Giants this season, since you're a Giants fan?
I mean, honestly, I'm just excited that all the attention is going towards the Jets as opposed to the New York Giants, because the Jets have high expectations to make it back to the playoffs when you have
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, and then they just picked up Dalvin Cook along with having Sauce, and then they're bringing back, and Brees Hall's gonna be coming back from a season injury, so you know the Jets are gonna have high aspirations to make the postseason. They haven't been there since 2010 when they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC title game, so you know the expectations are gonna be on them. So yeah.
Cool. Did you hear about? Wasn't there a fight or something between the Bucks and with preseason with the training camp? Didn't they have a joint practice?
Yeah,
And the Jets left.
but yeah, I don't know what happened.
I think that the Jets, didn't. Yeah, the Giants let them play at their stadium. New
Oh,
York is so nice.
yeah. Well, that'll do this for this episode. Nothing but that sports. So thank you for stopping by. I mean, we could have gone more in depth, but obviously you got other commitments. But we'll continue to go more in
Yeah.
depth with Philadelphia Eagles as the football season goes along. Thank you for stopping by, Deb Whitcas.
Of course. Thank
And
you for
all
having
the
me.
balls out there, get you in the game.
See you guys soon.